Uh, we're gonna say the Batman for last because there's a lot I want to say about that.
I think the fandom in general saved the Batman for
Yeah,
last, which
yeah.
is fair.
I'm gonna share my screen again, and we're gonna watch this Snyder Cut trailer again, and I got a lot to say. I got more good to say than bad, to be honest.
Oh, this is definitely. I had to watch it several times
Yeah, there's
just
a
because
lot.
I was hyped for it. I was like, oh,
Yeah, so
and then I had to watch people react to it, and that was even funnier.
let's get this going. I'm gonna pause a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dark Side. How do we think Dark Side looks here?
This is good. I don't know what the context of the scene is. Is this
Yeah,
pre Dark Side, or is this is this is this the Doomsday? Or I think
I,
this is pre Dark Side, but I think it looks good.
I think this is a scene. This might be a scene where they had Steppenwolf in the theatrical version, and it might
Hmm.
be redone with Dark. I don't know. I'm guessing here. I don't know. Granted, this is a 4-hour cut that we're gonna see, so who knows? I don't know, but I think he looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not much to go off of. Maybe can go off of Injustice 2, Dark Side, but still, for live action, I think this looks pretty decent.
This looks comic book accurate. All we got was like a. I felt bad because Doomsday was not designed great
Yeah,
for BVS, so this
he
looks at
looked
least
like Abomination, but
definitely, yeah, with laser eyes.
yeah. Oh God. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but he looks tight.
you had to bring it up.
Yeah, he looks tight. What do we think this is? This Superman scene looks reminiscent to like a
So,
BVS when he died. Is this a flashback or?
well, what they said about this scene in particular is that Zack Snyder wanted to make this the opening scene, much like the opening of his other movies, like Watchmen. Where they go to like a little montage with the credits introducing.
Right,
Is that they wanted to, just like BVS when we saw the scene with Batman and his
right,
parents getting shot. They want to do that for the Justice League, where, like BVS, we saw the origin of Batman. So Justice League, we see where we left off and how what's going to set the tone for that, which would be the death of Superman. So
right.
this would probably be like the slow mo beginning with directed by Zack Snyder, or visioned by Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
Uh,
tight. I
this
like
looks.
the music choice. It's like a Watchmen vibe. Obviously, we know which scene is in Watchmen it was, but I don't think a lot of other reviewers like, oh, this reminds me of the Watchmen. No, the song itself is a metaphor on
We
like
all know what scene it's from.
yeah yeah some nookie and the owie in the
I mean,
sky.
maybe it's a wink to that scene, but it's also like a wink to just the
Yeah,
Snyder movie and a wink
hallelujah.
to all the hype.
We got this made. We're making this finally. Yeah. But yeah, so I think I think I was told this one right here is similar to the Batman scene in BVS.
Right, the nightmare scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, there, the Joker wink, wink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Warner Max. I guess that's new. Warner Max. Is that just for streaming? Is that a new? I've never seen that before. I know that's a weird thing to point out, but
once again, Warner
Warner.
Brothers movie studios don't
Yeah.
want to endorse this,
Yeah.
so
So Warner Max. Well,
they
because 18 for y'all that don't know, we're inside guys. We know a lot. AT&T purchased. AT&T has like majority and really calls the shots over WB as far as the movie side. So those were the ones. AT&T. They were the ones who were like, "Hey, we'll give you the vision for the Snyder Cut. We'll let you do it." So, you know, that is that's why these new ideas are coming out. Even like having another Batman movie and things like that, like a Ben Affleck movie and things like that. So, or even a Justice League 2 Snyder directed. But we'll get to that after this.
Yeah. Well,
So AT&T has a lot to do with why the Snyder Cut is actually happening. So just wanted y'all to know that.
well, thank you, AT&T.
Yes.
I still think it's a great idea.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, great idea. This scene is different from the movie because this is the arrow her mother shot, the flaming arrow. Now in this scene, you see Wonder Woman going to where it was shot. So I guess there'll be more to that, you know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You know, this trailer just makes you see how much Joss Whedon fucked this movie up. Sorry for my language. But
Finally, we just put that on the table. We finally put that on the table. It's like,
yeah, come on, man. Like, you didn't even try, bro. This is from the original Comic-Con trailer. Remember this already?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I guess just the original way Aquaman was supposed to show up.
This is just a cool scene in general, honestly.
Yeah, this is from the original trailer. I think that's from the original Comic-Con.
Yeah,
black suit Superman.
finally.
Yeah.
What's funny is they cut that from the original Justice League, and there was so much speculation as to why they didn't do it. Like, what was the?
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't do it.
It's comically accurate. Why
yeah,
not?
it is.
Why not just roll with it? What's
the problem? Yeah.
What's the dealio, yo?
Yeah. And another good thing about this Snyder Cut, we're gonna get a Henry Cavill without CGI, removal of mustache, without the kung fu mouth.
Yeah, the Corridor crew definitely talked about that on why that was not why people weren't even sold on that because it wasn't a super bad job. It just wasn't a believable thing.
Right.
Definitely some specs that give you reason why you were like, you know what, that is why I didn't really, because I wasn't feeling it, the whole upper lip.
Yeah. And they started the movie with it. Like, yeah, we're just gonna come out. Hey, I was like, wow, y'all did a reshoot for this bullshit. Little kids asking about Superman. Get out of here. But anyways,
this was already
extension. Deleted scene. This is gonna be interesting.
Why did they take this out?
I don't know. We got Iris with us here, which is good.
Why is he barefooted?
I don't know. I think this is probably the first time maybe second time. Well, it's got to be the second time because in BBS he had a ponytail. So I guess here he actually, I don't know. I mean, I can understand why he's barefoot. He went so fast that his clothes kind of ripped up. Shoes came
out. Yeah. Oh, wow. The science. I was not thinking that whatsoever. Yeah. Like shoes just kind of melted off.
But it's good to see other Flash characters. So I got a feeling I'm gonna like Ezra Miller's character more in this movie than I did in the theatrical version.
Well, we've only got two. I don't really count the BVS. I felt like at BVS they were like, hey, we need.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
They pulled an audible and was like, quick, get in the studio.
Yeah, that was a teaser trailer in the middle of a movie. But the thing about the theatrical cut is he has some serious scenes in the beginning of the movie with his father, and I feel like his character kind of changed a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, but I think you're going to get a mix of him being more serious and then his regular character, the little quirkiness he has. So
it was a bit of a letdown that we didn't get we kind of did, but we didn't get at what level is the Flash
right
by Justice League point, because you saw him punch a guy in a gas station. Then when you get to Justice League, he's like, I don't hit people, I just move them out the way.
Right.
And then it was, is this year 2 or year 1 for you, or?
Right. We don't know. Maybe this will explain it.
Kind of chilling with people who do this on the daily. But yeah. But then again, he was always the youngest in the group.
We
So
got
that makes me
Cyborg
sad.
digging up the grave by himself this time. So I would assume him and Flash won't be doing it like in the theatrical version. Badass Batman.
We saw that in like 2017.
Don't care. Don't care. But yeah, Aquaman, I guess.
Maybe this is context on how he even got the armor.
Yeah, because he
Beginning
just
of the
showed up
movie,
with it.
he's shirtless, and then like at the end of the movie, he's battle ready.
Yeah.
But he's not. But he's not the king yet.
Yeah,
He's not the king.
because this is not the Trident. This is the actual one he got. The one he started off Aquaman with, and the one he ended Justice League with. So
Shirtless.
no red hair in this. I'm sure they're gonna edit that. Hold on.
I was not a big fan of how crazy saturated they did this the theatrical cut. I know they did that for colorful and brighten the tone, but it was it was a little bit oversaturated. Because I know like they switched, like Batman went from black and gray to the the blue, which is nice, but it's that's another podcast.
Yeah. So where do we think this scene is happening? Is this a flashback, or is this close to the climax of the movie? Darkseid showing up. I mean, is this even on Earth? I mean,
man, I would love for this to be the end of the movie.
Yeah, that'd be
but
tough.
I have a feeling this is a flashback.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking too.
No,
decide.
Finally.
Yeah, for y'all comic nerds. So they didn't even have him in the theatrical cut. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. They bring two characters versus the one, which is.
Yeah, but the good thing is they're all the villains are intertwined together, so they all go together, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
Cyborg, Superman Rising. It's a different scene.
Lois is the key.
Yeah. Mother Box.
Watchmen 2.0.
His father got Dr. Manhattan here, so that's a lot to show with this, even though it's a Snyder cut. I don't know if I would have showed him dying.
Well, I think they did that. That was another like this is the Snyder cut, People will die.
Yeah, but still though, like you want to save some type of, I don't know. But I mean, it is what it is.
We must kill Miles Dawson.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're Miles Dyson. We must prevent Cybernet as well as Darkseid.
All right, so the original version of Steppenwolf, which I like a lot better.
Really?
I do. I like the armor. He looks better to me.
Okay.
I'd rather have Steppenwolf. It's consistent with how he looked in BVS.
All right. Well, because
it's consistent because he didn't have a face. He didn't have a face in BVS. He looked just like this in BVS. So they're trying to do continuity here, and looks exactly the same.
Oh, you're saying you like this version?
Yeah, I like this version better than the theatrical version.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Mother.
The theatrical version looked like something out of like a PlayStation 3 game. I hate to say that, but that's how it felt.
Mother created you.
Whatever that more intimidating.
Yeah. It looks like he really don't. If he talks, I mean, I am gonna be interested in how it comes out, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just all business. I ain't got shit to say. I'm fucking up. So plus, it's easier to keep the same scene and just change, what he looks like to how you wanted it to look.
Got them scales and all. Well, they were saying that his, because Cyborg fused with the Mother Box, that they would also slightly redesign Cyborg to fit his design fits with what he came from, which is the mother box.
Right.
Excited to see that as well. Finally, this looks like a good scene. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, this is Black Superman in black suit fighting Steppenwolf. Yeah.
I mean, was this scene even in the
No.
theatrical?
Yo, this is tight. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Yo, this is tight. I don't know how it's possible, but it's Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the like the view. I like it. It's tight.
No, this is cool. I was excited for it. I like Batman's. I like Ben Affleck's Batman. He was just misrepresented a few times, but I was like, no, I was totally on board with it, no matter how many people laughed at me.
This looks like Flash noticing the Speed Force for the first time, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It looks lost in here. So maybe we'll get... I think they're going to actually tie him going back to Warren Bruce Wayne and BVS. I think they're going to do that.
I think I mean, that'd be great if they do, but I also believe that with this will, even though, Warner Brothers or DC, whatever the higher ups, they don't want to acknowledge this as a sequel to the public and to us. It's not going to necessarily matter, but it is important that you set us up for some kind of context, just in case they don't explain this in the Flash movie. Like,
right.
Other than that, it's going to be like, well, where does it come from? How did he just? No, there was evidence leading up to the Flash movie, and we'll probably see that, no matter what the bigwigs say.
Yeah.
Still magical as fudge, though.
Oh, yeah. That's tight. Whatever that scene is, I don't know how it's possible.
Yeah, I want to. You think that is this?
How?
Because we don't. Is he human? Is this a dream sequence?
It might be a dream. I don't know, because he's human. So obviously he hasn't turned into cyborg yet. Well, how is he controlling whatever? It's got to be like a dream sequence or some crazy.
You were made to deflect missiles.
Yeah.
Still, it's gonna be magical because Zack Snyder's making it. So.
Yeah. I hate his running. Jesus, I hate Flash running. Hero shot. Tight.
Yeah, so he definitely edited out that whole, Russian town.
Yeah.
And flame, smoke, whatever, and put it with the C-150. That was good too.
Nice scene.
They definitely set up the tone of the Snyder Cut. Cut. So.
It's going to be more serious, less Avenger humor. Josh Whedon humor.
It gave him the reassurance that, I mean this. Like, I'm not just doing it because y'all kept asking me. I mean it because, like,
he's
I realized.
Taking his time, like, and actually making this the way he wanted it to be. So, you know what I mean?
I'm excited for it. 100%. 1,000%.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the best movie of all time, but I think it's going to be a Zack Snyder movie in the vein of, I think it's going to be closer to Watchmen and 300 to me than it is like Sucker Punch. So
we could go in on Zack Snyder movies, trust me.
Yeah, but I like Zack Snyder as a filmmaker. I like Man of Steel. I think I like BVS more than I hate it. And Justice League, that's not his fault. So,
it's not his fault.
So, yeah, man, Justice League, that's Snyder Cut. So
it made the L extra long.
Yeah.
That's how we know the difference.
And for those that don't know, next year, Snyder Cut will be released on HBO Max. It's going to be a miniseries, 4 parts, hour long. So it's a 4-hour cut. In the same way that Hateful Eight is on Netflix, the extended cut, like broken up in parts. It's the same way they're doing that for this. So yeah, sometime next year, HBO Max, man. I don't have HBO Max right now, but I will have it when the Snyder Cut comes out.
Yeah.
Also, for y'all DC fans, the DC Universe app, uh, as far as the movie content and like shows, that's slowly getting transitioned over to HBO Max. So, if you're upset about that, I mean, it's just a smart move because they're trying to boost up the HBO Max app, which is what they should have did in the first place, was just bring all their DC content over. And but the last time I was on HBO Max, they did have more. They had all the Superman movies on there for the most part, except for Man of Steel.
Yeah,
They even had Superman Returns on there.
yeah, that was.
Yeah, so they got more, a lot of animated movies on there.
I think that's definitely a good step in there. Is that we get all that. I mean, as much as they can, we get all that content because the even if it does the Snyder cut, the Snyder's movies, they do have a lot of little Easter eggs. There's definitely a fan that makes those movies in terms of it's just like, oh, they did the thing, and you get to watch it. And when you watch it, it's a little more intense at the dedication he puts in the Justice League movie.
And also, side note, on HBO Max, they do have Watchmen, the movie, on there. So you can now, if you're like me, you can watch the Watchmen movie and then watch the TV series. And it actually runs together quite good. So
100% recommendation.
yeah, recommendation. Watch both of those concurrently. Um, I think it's tight, but that's a side note.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's the Snyder Cut. I mean, we pretty much said our what we thought about it while watching the trailer. Man, I like the trailer. I watched it over and over a couple times. I think it's tight. It's just good to finally see it and know it's coming. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward to it, man. That I'm looking forward to that. So that's the Snyder Cut. Um, Shout out to Zack Snyder getting the chance to actually, as a creator, to get to put his vision, put his art out there, as you know, all directors should be able to, and all filmmakers, you know, so without the studio, you know, coming in and messing it up, you know.
That's what's interesting is it's the way that it's been talked about is like he is doing this with and the studio has a hands-off approach. He's doing it for 30 million supposedly, or reportedly 30 million. It's like, wow, you're gonna let him do it, huh? All right, cool.
I mean,
Thank you.
this is the best time to do it because you know the actors are gonna come do it off the strength. Yeah, we'll come do some reshoots for you. You ain't even got to pay me. And then, so most of that money's going into special effects, visual effects. So
Yeah.
they're actually saving money on this. Like, it's not gonna cost that much. Especially if you got most of the scenes shot. Most of it is just special effects, visual effects. You
It
know what
was
I
just
mean?
twisted out of context.
CG, yeah, man. Like, you know, a lot of people back then was trying to like say, nah, no, this movie's not finished. It's not, you know, they don't fucking know. Like, come on, man. Like, when he got fired, the movie was about to come out in like 6, 7 months. Bro, principal photography was pretty much done on Zack Snyder's part by the time they fired him. You know what I mean? So you can miss me with, oh, he didn't shoot the whole movie or most of it. Yeah, he did. For that type of movie, you needed 6, 7 months for just post production.
I mean, I can't go too in on the subject, but it's just like still better products. Like you got those movies where one of the main actors die, and the movie still comes out pretty damn good.
Yeah,
There's no excuses on this one besides the hype train that it was running on. It was like,
thing is, Joss Whedon came in, did a lot of reshoots to make it more Joss Whedon. And then when the studio saw it, I was like, damn, this is worse than Zack Snyder's cut. They fucked Zack Snyder over and just put his name as director. When we know damn well from looking at this movie, come on, it looks like more Joss Whedon shot footage than Zack Snyder. Don't do that to the man.
He saw the Snyder cut. He said, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
I like that. You know what? Massive overhaul.
Yeah.
I think that was weird because it was like at that point the expectations and just the overall effect kind of seesawed from what we saw in BVS, and then we go from BVS to Justice League, where BVS was a serious tone. There was a lot of things going on. And then we got to BVS where we got to Justice League where Batman is not the vengeful knight that we saw. And you can look on the fan theories about people like, no, it was meant to be like that. But I did not like Batman's performance in the Justice League.
No, it was terrible. You could tell. I mean, shout out to him. He's sober now, but half of them scenes, he's drunk as fuck, man. Shout out to Ben Affleck. But
Yeah, dude.
and you could tell when they reshot some of them because he looked thinner. Some of them he looked heavier. It was like, bro, like you could tell the scenes he didn't give a damn. It was like, yo, whatever, bro. Like, and then I don't know if this is gonna be fixed in the Zack Snyder cut, but like a lot of scenes, Batman looked like he couldn't move, like he was like too heavy.
Oh, time to go mobile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's and Superman just throwing him around like a rag doll, bro. Like, I have a lot of issues with the theatrical cut.
I went to go see that movie in theaters, and I
saw
was
it.
happy that we finally got it out of the fiasco, out of all the trouble that it was going through. I was happy to see a final product, but
God, that movie was bad. Like, I mean, it has some nice scenes in it, like the scene when the gods and you know when
yeah,
they're fighting, bro, and the Green Lantern comes, like, oh shit, yeah, that was a Zack Snyder scene, obviously. So
yeah,
like, I'm ready to. I know, rumor has it, we know there's gonna be Green Lantern in this movie. We know that. Rumor has it that there may be Martian Manhunter in this movie too. I don't know.
yeah.
That's
I
another rumor. So
I heard that apparently, I mean, Zack Snyder, I guess, confirmed it that he was always there. He was the I can't remember what position he was, like the colonel or something in
oh
Man of Steel.
yeah,
Basically, the black guy in Man of
yeah,
Steel.
Harry Lennox, yeah, from Man of Steel. Apparently, he was supposed to be Martian
Yeah.
Manhunter. So yeah,
It's believable. If you want to roll with it, you
yeah,
can. It's there.
yeah, it's there. You already got that. Hey, so
If
so
he wanted, if that guy wanted to be Martian Manhunter, I can believe it. I can see him because Martian Manhunter, at the end of the day, he is an alien, so they can morph whatever they want on him
yeah,
to reveal him. But I can definitely believe that guy.
he has the voice for it. You know? So
Yeah,
yeah, man. So
we could do the Silver Surfer thing where we have
yeah,
like a body actor, and then we got Lawrence Fishburne coming in to
yeah.
voice him. Yeah, there's a
And another fact is that in Man of Steel, the female character that was beside him, I think she was a Major Ferris. I think
mhm.
she obviously is like uh, has a relationship or you know is tied to Hal Jordan. So
Yeah, there's that wink wink
yeah,
to
so
Ferris
they
Industries.
so they've been tying this up since Man of Steel. So I mean, I give it to Zack. He's had a vision, you know. So
It was there. It just got
yeah,
cut short.
I'm interested to see how this 4 hours goes because I think the original cut was going to be probably it's going to be close to 3 hours anyway. So if this is 4 hours, there's a lot that we're not seeing. There's a lot. I think they killed Steppenwolf probably the halfway point. That's what I think. And you still got another hour and a half, too. Maybe they're dealing with Darkseid. But I don't think they're going to kill Darkseid at the end of this movie.
What bothers me is that this movie was also made to just end like a it was
Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger
right.
movie.
It wasn't meant to be the end game, so to speak. It was meant to be like no, this is just one little big problem, and then it was meant to continue,
Yeah.
and then it,
And I'm glad you brought that up because that leads to some news that came out later this week that if there could be a possible Zack Snyder Justice League 2 if the Snyder Cut is successful. So they've been talking about maybe the second one. Now I don't know if this will be a continuation of the Snyder Cut, but there is a possibility. It's probably more minor than a big possibility. So you know,
Yeah.
hey, so if y'all want to see a sequel when this comes out, man, support it. You know what I mean? So
Well, I mean, if you, yeah, I'd definitely about. I'd like the Snyderverse Justice League. I like what he's doing. It's a nice little change in perspective, but it's still a wink to any of the fandoms, whether you're Aquaman. It's a good change of pace, and I think if they can get people to do it and let us know that they're doing it, I'd be right behind it.
right, yeah, man. So that's Snyder Cut. You know, probably could have did a whole 2 hours about this by itself, but y'all got the main gist of it, and looking forward to it a lot. This is one of the. I was excited to actually see some visuals from this, so I'm glad we got that. So we're gonna get to our like second to last topic, the very last topic. We're gonna kind of, I'm gonna do a quick version of it, but let's go ahead and get. Let me cue up this Batman